What is up, gamers? Today we're going to be fixing this Nintendo DS Lite. This one has a couple of issues, but primarily the bottom screen is out. It looks pretty not visible to me. The touch screen also needs replaced, so not only the LCD but the digitizer here also needs replaced, and then the buttons just need a cleaning. The buttons don't really work. So the bottom screen that we will be using is going to come from this DS here. This guy's for parts. Top screen is smashed, but his board works, his bottom screen works, so we will be putting this bottom screen and this DS here. They're pretty similar. This one might be a little more yellow in tint, but this guy is still, it matches pretty nicely. So the first thing I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna disassemble this DS, get his motherboard out, his bottom screen out. He's in pretty good shape, so I'll use his parts at a later date for other consoles. But for now, we're just gonna use his bottom screen. And apparently, all of the screws are already taken out. That's nice. I probably did that some time ago. Got these shoulder buttons out of here. And just like that, we have our bottom screen and our motherboard free. Let's get this guy out of here. So now we have a bottom screen and our DS Lite that we want to fix. So the first thing, get rid of these rubber pads to expose two Phillips screws. Battery door out of there. Get the battery out of the battery door out of there. Get the Phillips screw, another Phillips screw, another Phillips screw, Phillips screw for the motherboard, another Y screw, another Y screw, and another Y screw. So now we can take this part apart. Get these shoulder buttons out of here. Get our Wi-Fi chip out of the way. Mic cable out of the way. Unplug the digitizer cable. Last screw out of there. And just like that, we have access to our buttons, our bottom screen. So let's take this out of here, and I'm going to clean up these buttons. Going to fix up the buttons. Sanding bit on my Dremel, mid setting. Perfect. Now let's clean it up. All right, so now here's our screen and our bad digitizer. So we don't really need to do anything with this guy, except we need to get his bottom screen border off, which, as we can see, it's peeling up the top layer of the digitizer. That's not what we want to see. Let's try from a different corner. Yeah, this guy's being super stubborn. There we go. Alright, that's good. So this guy is pretty much trash now. Since the screen doesn't work, the digitizer doesn't work, there's no reason to not really throw it away. So here's our good LCD. However, I want to get a new digitizer on him as well. Here we have a new digitizer. So I'm going to first pry up the old digitizer from the LCD. And then once that's good, I can usually just very gently pry that up. There's a dust speck on this LCD, a couple of them. Get those out of there. Dust specks can sometimes show up as dead pixels on the display. That's good. So now we can peel our new digitizer and line it up as best we can and get it on. Making sure it's lined up. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That has never happened before. Gotta get a couple of other dust specks out. Jeez.
2.
So there's a pretty big dust speck right there. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but I have to get that out of there, or else that's just gonna look like a dead pixel. Alrighty, not perfect, but we can see, if we look at this metal line here, it's pretty straight. There's no big dust specks inside of it anymore, so we can go ahead and continue reassembly. Plug our digitizer cable in. Plug our Wi-Fi chip back in. Let's get these two screws in, and then we'll see how it looks. Look at that, man. That's awesome. In real life, in person, the screens look very, very, very similar. They look very nice and white. My camera's emphasizing that yellow tint right there. It's kind of ugly on camera, but the buttons work flawlessly. Shoulder buttons work great. So now, let's put them on. And now I'm going to clean the outside perimeter of the device here. We can see there's some dirt right there on the corner. That looks very ugly. So we're gonna get rid of it by cleaning it off. All right, now we'll do the same for the inside piece of the shell piece since it's clear. There's a lot of dirt, and now it's like literally all gone, guys. The volume switch fell out, so let's get that back in there. We have a couple of stickers to clean, and this console's pretty dirty, so I'll definitely be cleaning him up as well after we get him assembled. I actually forgot to test the touchscreen. Definitely want to do that before I get these screws in. All right, it works great. So let's get the rest of these screws in. There we go. So now it's fully assembled besides this one last piece here. Bam. Looks awesome. So now the inside of it, if I lower the exposure here, we can see it's kind of dirty. Definitely not the worst at all, but the dirt is still definitely there. Outside here, we can see too on this white piece. Let's get that cleaned up first and foremost. So we can see it's dirty. We can see it's not dirty. That's all it takes. These magic erasers are the best. I know it's pretty controversial to use magic erasers on electronics like this, but if done correctly, they will not harm the device. That looks ugly, that's for sure. So like, for example, I'm gonna use it to get rid of that sticker residue. It'll save me so much time. I'm just gonna go over it again with my minion pants. So this is what I said was early before, that you can see where the sticker was. It's just a white patch. It is very, very nice when stickers come off in one piece like this. That is not common at all. But there we go. So there we got the outside of the device cleaned, now the inside. Bam, bam, here we have it, guys. This DS looks so much better. The screens on camera don't look too hot, but I promise in person they look amazing. They look very white in person. Let's load up some games, make sure that it can read games. Let's give it its lifelong friend. Hopefully he doesn't get lost. Did not read the Game Boy game, that's totally fine. We'll get that cleaned up. Set the language to English. I don't even know what accent that would be. Got this brand new digitizer calibrated. Works like a charm. All right, so now let's GBA slot. Give it a little spray. Don't think too much about this, guys.
Yeah, boy.
Now we can see it read it perfectly fine. Load past the screen, and there we go. So it read the game totally fine, and hopefully its second best lifelong friend doesn't ever get lost. So there we have it, guys. The whole process of me refurbishing this DS Lite. This guy's fully functional. Works amazing. Looks amazing. The screens look like awesome in person. They look close to new in person. I don't know why the camera makes them look so bad, but oh well. Buttons click like new, work like new, consoles clean like new, and ready to go to a new home. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.